Welcome to another episode of Through Lynn's Lens. I am Lynn, your host, and today I want to share with you how God used a carbon monoxide detector to save my life. So I want you to make sure that if you resonate with this message at all, I believe you will, even if you haven't experienced it personally, but it can definitely save a life. Please make sure to share this podcast episode with a family member, a friend, or even on your social media outlet so that it can help also, save someone else's life as well. So this occurred back in November of 2014, so several years ago. But I do want to just highlight, so oftentimes in my prayer time, or even, I may not necessarily be in like prayer where I'm, in a room or in a position where I'm alone with me and God, but it could be just me being out and about, and I say the simple prayer: Lord, protect me and my family from danger seen and unseen, known and unknown. And so I've often said that, like saying prayer or just saying it as I'm out and about. But I just want to highlight that I do believe God does this anyway, but I really, really felt this um, be the case on Saturday, November 29th, 2014. So that particular year, 2014, we went to Florida to go visit with my husband's family. And while we were there, our car broke down. So it was a car that I primarily drove, and it broke down. So my husband stayed there and was working to get the car repaired. Um, some family members came and picked us up, the boys. At that time, I had two boys, two sons. And so a family member came and picked us up, and we went back to Georgia where we live. And it was very cold, but I do remember before we left to go on our Thanksgiving trip to visit family, I do remember turning off the furnace before we left. So I turned it off at the thermostat. And so I did that mainly just to try to, conserve the heat and, ensure that it wouldn't be running while we were away. When we got back around 9 o'clock p.m. on a Saturday after Thanksgiving, and it was very cold in the house, but the thermostat would not turn on. So I ended up going, the family member took me to Dollar General, and I purchased batteries. And so once I replaced the batteries, the thermostat turned on, and it was 52 degrees Fahrenheit in the house. So I set the thermostat to 70 degrees Fahrenheit to try to warm the house. So it was around 11 o'clock that Saturday night. I fell asleep. So the boys and I were asleep. And around 12:50 a.m., which was Sunday morning at this time, I heard this sound. So there was an alarm blaring in the hallway, and it was a female voice coming from the alarm saying that there was carbon monoxide detected in the home, or that there was carbon monoxide detected or present, and we needed to exit immediately. So I thought I was having a dream because I was like, I don't even know whose voice this is. So I thought I was in a dream, but I finally woke up. I came to, took me a few seconds to get acclimated to really like, okay, is this real? And so I realized, yes, this is real. And I got up, I told the boys to wake up. We got to get out the house, make sure I had my phone. We put on some warm clothing and we exited. We went to my husband's car that was in the driveway. And then I called 911. So I told the 911 dispatcher about, the alarm was saying there was carbon monoxide in the house, and to ask if someone could come and, check it out. So the paramedics came, the EMTs came in, and firefighters, and they asked me, very briefly what was going on. I told them that the alarm was going off in the house, not really sure why. I told them we did just get back from vacation. So they had this handheld device, like a carbon monoxide detector. And so as soon as they entered, I saw this thing in their hand. As soon as they entered the front door, um, the sensor went all the way to red. It's like these little, it's like, I don't know. I know you can't see what I'm saying, but think about like the speedometer in your car. And like if you accelerate really fast and you know how the little arrow goes all the way over to the right, that is how the lights did on this device. So that it was no lights on it. As soon as they entered the door, it went all the way to the right, red. The dots highlighted red all the way to the right. So they came back out and they said, definitely, yes, there is carbon monoxide in the home. They asked if we could go to a family member's house until we could get a heating and air technician to come and investigate this and to repair the issue, because we could not re-enter the home until then. And so I told them I could go to my mom's, and I asked them to go get our suitcases that were in the living room because we had just gotten back. So that was very convenient that we could have, our personal items. But, I was still just wondering, like, what happened? How did this happen? I thought it was due to me turning off the thermostat before we left. I just was confused. However, about a few days later, a heating and air technician came and stated that the flue pipe, and that's FLUE, the flue pipe that was near the chimney area and up through the attic. They said that the pipes, the pipes purpose is to allow the gas, the carbon monoxide, to exit the home through that pipe. However, somehow this pipe was disconnected, and so it allowed the gas to come back in. There was no way for it to escape. So when I turned on the heat, the gas began to, be produced, but it was not exiting the home. It was actually filling the home, remaining in the home. And so I thought back on that, and I remembered we had someone come to repair an area around our chimney, and evidently the repairman knocked that flue pipe out of place. And so that's what caused it to be detached or to become disconnected. And so the gas wasn't exiting out the home. It was actually returning back in. So I want to, just interject right there that I am so thankful that God put it on my husband's heart and mind to purchase that carbon monoxide detector, because I was against it. He purchased it a couple years prior to this, when this happened in 2014. He purchased it maybe about 2 years before. And I was like, we don't need that. And my husband's into like technology and electronics. And so I was like, and his voice activated. I'm like, okay, this is just too much. But I'm so thankful that he did purchase it, because we didn't have one prior to. So thinking just based on that, me saying we didn't need it, actually it saved our lives. And I just wanted to just highlight that fact that, I thank God for protecting us. Like I said, dangerous seen and unseen, because carbon monoxide is an unseen gas. It's odorless, it's colorless, it's tasteless. Okay. And I thank God also for the person who invented such a detector, because it saved our lives. And so, God, my husband, the inventor, very grateful and thankful for them, doing that, because my boys and I would not be here today, if this detector was not in this home. And so I want to just encourage you I want to encourage you, if you do not have such a detector in your home, please, please go get one. If you know someone who doesn't have one, please tell them to get one, or maybe gift them with one. So as we enter into this holiday season, I don't want you to forget to make sure, to get the gift of a carbon monoxide detector, because it can save a life, because it saved 3 in my household. And I'm just so grateful and thankful. And another thing that this experience showed me is the power of words. We have what we say. In that prayer, Lord, thank you for protecting me from danger seen and unseen, known and unknown. I had no idea that flue pipe was not connected, but God knew, and he made a way of escape for us. And I'm so grateful and thankful. Well, that is all I have for you today. I hope that it has been a blessing. It has been eye-opening to make sure, number one, add this prayer to your time with God. And then also get the carbon monoxide detectors in your homes or wherever you reside. All right, until next time, thank you so much for listening. I encourage you to make sure you subscribe to the podcast. Make sure you download this episode, share it with others, and remember, believe it to see it.